Many anime fans believe characters who are strong tend to be the ones who drive the plot, defeat enemies, and play central roles in key battles. However, that's not always the case because important characters in anime often contribute in ways that go beyond physical power. In this video, I'm going to reveal why Sumire's intelligence makes her an important character in Boruto, despite her lacking strong fighting abilities. Sumire is very good at quickly understanding the information she receives and the situation she's in. This skill is shown when she meets Eida in person for the first time. When Eida was sitting on the bed with Sarada and Sumire, she talked about how nervous she got when she met Kawaki. She explained that when she's around Kawaki, she feels happy because he's the only one who can make her heart race like that. Eida thought it was true love. Sumire listened to Eida and wanted to understand what really made her feel this way about Kawaki. So she asked Eida what she liked about him. Eida replied that Kawaki was an Otsutsuki who wouldn't be affected by her charm. But other than that, she didn't really know why she felt so strongly for him. While Eida was talking, Sumire noticed she didn't feel any romantic attraction towards Eida, meaning she wasn't affected by Eida's charm. After realizing this, Sumire used a mind transfer jutsu to speak to Sarada secretly and asked her to keep calm. Sumire then asked Sarada if she was affected by Eida's charm. Sarada answered that she hadn't noticed because she was tense, but she might be fine too. Sumire then shared with Sarada that she also didn't seem to be affected. Sumire quickly realized that if Eida found out that they were immune to her charm, it would cause trouble. She worried that Eida might react badly or even see them as a threat if she discovered this. So Sumire advised Sarada to act like she was under Eida's charm and not let her notice they were both unaffected. She also reminded Sarada to think of how Eida's captives couldn't even consider attacking her. Well, they could actually do that. In short, Sumire thought Eida might see them as a security risk. When Eida asked Sarada if she felt unwell, Sarada replied that she was fine but her heart wouldn't stop pounding. At this point, Eida opened up, saying she hated her cursed ability. Because of it, she couldn't have a normal boyfriend or hope for regular friends. This was interesting to Sumire, who, when she first heard about Eida, her powers, and her crush on Kawaki, thought it was said to be liked by someone only because of an ability or jutsu. Sumire also thought that Eida must want a normal romance. When Eida shared about how much she disliked her ability and how it stopped her from finding a normal boyfriend and friends, it confirmed Sumire's initial interpretation about Eida's feelings. Sumire realized that Eida's love for Kawaki might be because he's one of the only two Otsutsuki who isn't affected by her charm, and that she chose Kawaki over Boruto. After hearing all this, Sumire then told Shikamaru that she and Sarada were immune to Eida's charm. Shikamaru explained that since her charm didn't work on them, it meant they could, if needed, kill Eida. But if Eida or Damon figured this out, they could be in danger. Sumire told him she already knew and had warned Sarada. Shikamaru then advised her not to tell anyone else, since they didn't know who might accidentally reveal this. He added that if Konoha later decided that Eida was an enemy, it might be up to them to take her down. Overall, Sumire's approach shows that she has a bigger long-term view for Konoha's safety. By telling Shikamaru about her immunity to Eida's charm, she's making sure Konoha has a possible last option if Eida ever becomes a threat. Sumire's understanding of the bigger picture, knowing her immunity could make her one of the few who could defeat Eida, shows her foresight and dedication to Konoha's defense. Her careful planning, which looks beyond her own safety to how things could affect her village in the future, shows her value as a clever and responsible character. By keeping that she's unaffected by Eida's charm from Eida and telling Sarada to do the same, Sumire stays out of Eida's direct attention, reducing any risk. This choice to avoid direct conflict shows Sumire's cautious approach, keeping herself safe while collecting important information. After Eida's omnipotence was triggered and Kawaki framed Boruto for killing Naruto, who Kawaki had actually sealed away in his Dakuguten dimension, Shikamaru alerted all the shinobi search parties, saying that there was a strong chance that Naruto was already dead, supposedly at Boruto's hands. Hearing Shikamaru's alert and noticing the strange change in everyone's perception, Sumire quickly realized something others didn't. Because she was immune to Eida's charm, she understood that Eida's powers must have altered everyone's memories, showing Sumire's skill at recognizing hidden motivations and mechanisms behind situations. She figured out that after Eida had gone to save Kawaki, there had been a flash, which made her conclude that something major had happened. On top of that, people were now going after Boruto, mistaking him for Kawaki. Sumire knew that timing was crucial in high-stakes situations, so she reached out to Sarada immediately, understanding the urgency. Instead of waiting or being paralyzed by confusion, she assessed the facts and spoke to Sarada, knowing that both of them, unaffected by Eida's influence or charm, had a unique advantage. Sumire told Sarada that although she had not figured everything out yet, she suspected that Eida was somehow involved. Sarada then asked what she meant and how Eida could be related to everyone's memory changes. Sumire explained that just as anyone who looks at Eida becomes captivated by her, something similar must have happened to everyone. She added that this was the only possibility, especially if she and Sarada were unaffected. After listening to Sumire, Sarada pointed out that everyone had been hunting for Kawaki before, but certainly they were trying to find and kill Boruto instead. Sumire replied that such a shift would never happen under normal circumstances and concluded that some unnatural power was at work. She suspected something powerful like a shinjutsu and thought Eida must have done something to help Kawaki escape his situation, as that was the only explanation that made sense to her. Sarada had been confused by the sudden hostility towards Boruto and the quick shift from Kawaki to Boruto as the target. Sumire's explanation helped Sarada understand that these changes were due to Eida's powers and not because of anything Boruto had done. This clarity strengthened Sarada's belief in Boruto's innocence. After receiving this information from Sumire, Sarada was no longer confused and managed to convince her father Sasuke that Boruto was innocent. She told Sasuke that Boruto wasn't guilty as he would never kill Naruto and that everyone had been deceived. Sasuke was convinced when Sarada awakened her Mangekyou Sharingan while pleading with him to help Boruto. Awakening the Mangekyou Sharingan is extremely rare and important, often triggered by powerful emotional experiences. Since this transformation in Sarada likely convinced Sasuke of her deep conviction. Since Sasuke understands the importance of the Sharingan's evolution and the emotions that fuel it, he recognized that Sarada truly believed in Boruto's innocence and was willing to risk everything to protect Boruto. Sarada's desperation and the intense belief she showed while pleading revealed her strong faith in Boruto's character. Sasuke then helped Boruto escape from Konoha safely, and during the time skip, he trained Boruto with the intention of making him stronger, as he believed Sarada and Boruto were the only ones who could handle what was happening. Overall, Sumire's actions reflect a high level of emotional control. She didn't allow fear or confusion over Eida's overwhelming powers or the consequences of Kawaki framing Boruto to get in her way. Instead, she stayed focused on analyzing the situation and gathering the facts. Her calmness under pressure shows mastery over her emotions, ensuring that her judgment stayed clear and effective. After the time skip, Sumire directed her conversation with Amado to check if he was still confused about Kawaki and Boruto's identities due to the effects of omnipotence. Sumire's skill in leading this discussion indirectly helped Shikamaru realize that Boruto is Naruto's true son. Sumire started by saying Boruto had returned to the village after 3 years. Amado replied saying that he heard that Boruto protected Konoha from Code's surprise attack. Sumire then mentioned that Konoha was still after Boruto's life to see how Amado would respond. Amado replied that since Boruto had killed the village leader, this reaction was expected. Sumire noticed Amado wasn't worried about Boruto's safety, even though she knew Amado had added his daughter's data to Kawaki's reconstructed karma, allowing him to revive her in a new clone body if Kawaki were to implant that karma in that body. With omnipotence in play, Amado should have believed Boruto's karma held his daughter's data. To test this, Sumire asked why he wasn't concerned, as Boruto was supposed to be crucial for reviving his daughter. Amado responded by saying that Kawaki, who also has karma, has a modified body like a scientific ninja tool. Yet no one else seems to know who made these modifications, despite Kawaki being viewed as the Hokage's son. Amado said it was obvious he had made those modifications. Intrigued by how Amado could reach this conclusion despite omnipotence, Sumire asked how he was so certain. Amado explained that the modifications on Kawaki's body showed signs of his craftsmanship, like an artist's signature on a piece of art. Amado said he could easily recognize his work on Kawaki, especially since the karma containing his daughter's data was on Kawaki's hand. He told Sumire that this contradicted his memories, but given the physical evidence, he realized some of his memories had been altered. For Amado, memories were just hazy thoughts, and as a scientist, he trusted physical evidence over anything else. Amado admitted that he didn't know who had altered his memories, but his focus was on the karma with his daughter's data, which Kawaki had, not Boruto. Sumire started this conversation and directed as she did. Sai and the sensory unit overheard everything Amado shared. Sai then relayed this information to Shikamaru and asked his thoughts. This information gave Shikamaru a starting point for his own investigation. Shikamaru realized that if Amado, a scientist who relies on facts, could question his memories due to physical evidence, then others might also see the truth if they were willing to doubt their memories. Shikamaru saw that physical evidence was stronger than altered memories, especially for people like Amado, who valued proof over recollection. With this information, Shikamaru began investigating further, eventually discovering that Boruto was indeed Naruto's true son, a real Uzumaki. Shikamaru then began working with Boruto in secret to protect Konoha. When Boruto was arrested, Shikamaru provided Mitsuki with the code that allowed Mitsuki unlock the sealing curves on Boruto that has stopped him from using chakra, letting him escape. Sumire's actions indirectly gave Shikamaru a framework to review the situation using concrete evidence instead of unreliable memories, enabling him to protect Boruto and the village effectively. Sumire also shared with Sarada that Amado knew Kawaki had the reconstructed karma and that Boruto was truly Naruto's son based on physical evidence, despite Amado's memories being altered by omnipotence. Sarada asked how this was possible, with everyone else insisted that Kawaki was Naruto's son even when shown family photos with Boruto. Sumire explained that most people would trust their memories over physical evidence, and doubting vivid memories is difficult for many people. At the time this is recorded, only Sasuke, Shikamaru, Amado, and Mitsuki know that Boruto is really Uzumaki Boruto. Mitsuki figured out that Kawaki couldn't make him feel the same way Boruto did and realized that Boruto was his true son. Sasuke trusted his daughter's memories, and after his experiences with Boruto during the time skip, it didn't matter to him who Boruto truly was. He believed in him regardless. Shikamaru came to understand that if he swapped Kawaki and Boruto's positions in his mind, and with the information he got from Amado, he began to see that his memories might have been altered. Amado, on the other hand, trusted physical evidence. He knew that Kawaki's body had been modified by him, and he made these modifications so he could see and hear everything Kawaki did, as shown in Boruto 2 Blue Vortex chapter 15. This allowed Amado to observe Kawaki's conversations with Eida and Daemon about the effects of omnipotence and Boruto. In summary, Sumire's intelligence and ability to understand people make her an important character in Boruto, even though she's not strong in fighting. Her skill in reading situations and thinking ahead allows her to play a key role in strategy. Sumire's careful and empathetic approach makes her essential in protecting Konoha and keeping Boruto safe, even when her efforts are not noticed. Her cleverness and insight offer much needed foresight during difficult situations and memory manipulation caused by Eida's omnipotence, showing her value as a loyal and watchful character in the village.